Good morning, East Texas. COVID-19 has affected the way we do things. One of those is traveling by air. From new guidelines during security checks to possible plane layout changes, GMET's Blake Holland has more on the changes to air travel in this morning's The Next Normal.
At Tyler Pounds Regional Airport, things look different than they used to. At check-in, staff members are wearing masks and passengers are keeping their distance when checking bags. Among the changes made by TSA at security, the boarding pass is no longer handed to the officer. You scan it yourself. Passengers also have to separate food items into a clear plastic bag and then place it in a bin. This is to lessen the likelihood of an officer having to handle your food. With passengers slowly returning to airports, the impact is yet to be seen.
You know, the TSA lines were long enough to begin with, but now you've got social distancing concerns and you've got monitoring and you've got additional personal protective equipment that's being issued to passengers. All of this has added considerable amount of time to the planing and deplaning process.
Randy Moore has worked closely with the airline industry for almost 30 years and is a private pilot. And with more than 3 million miles under his belt, he's no stranger to a TSA line. Aside from the changes before ever boarding the plane, Moore says airlines may also consider layout changes on the plane.
I saw a diagram recently of a reconfigured seating arrangement where the middle seat sat backwards and there were plexiglass walls between the aisle seat and the window seat and the middle seat.
And while he doesn't expect us to have to pull our mask down to compare with our photo ID forever, he thinks the industry will be better for knowing how to deal with a global pandemic.
If the second wave doesn't happen and if there is not a permutation, then I think that these measures will probably be taken back and put on the shelf so that if we need them again in the future, we'll be ready to implement them.
For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Blake Holland.
Now, when it comes to the return of passengers, Tyler Pounds says they have seen an uptick in flyers over the past couple of weeks.